Okay, so I'm going to show you an extra step that you'll have to do for this list. It's gonna add a bit more work, so I'll have a bit more time to your thing, and you get paid a little bit more, but it's just an extra little step you have to do at the beginning first. And it shows you how I prepare the list before I put it into Buzzstream. So basically, as you can see here, um, I find this list of websites from Google and different places, and I combine it into a large list. And then there's something called domain authority, which shows you how powerful the website is. And I organize them from highest to lowest. And then I remove the ones that are too low. So below 8, I've removed them. And the rest of them, they're ready to go. Because we don't want one from a very small website that's too weak, because that's not going to help our business either. So that's why I cut off the lower ones. But then this list is ready to put into Buzzstream, and then um, we can start out preparing the list further, like I showed you before. But in this step, what you need to do is not all of these websites we can reach out to with an email, and I'll show you why. So some of these websites, for example, this one here is it's called Asymptote Journal, but it's basically, if you look at it, it looks like a news website with a lot of different categories. It looks like a book website, literary festival with Asymptote. So the problem is it's not related at all to our thing, And I searched this for Himalayan salt, and there was nothing on it about Himalayan salt. And furthermore, this is not a blog type website. This is like it looks like a news type website or newsletter type website. And those kind of websites we don't contact because um, it's not everything they publish, it goes away soon as well. It's like a quick turnover website, post and discard, and it's really big. So there's a lot of articles, so our article would just be lost in the mess. So we don't contact news websites. So we wouldn't contact this one. So in this list that we're preparing to import into Buzzstream, we would delete that. So other kind of websites uh, we can't contact are really large brands like BBC, CNN, Nike. Like you can't imagine contacting Nike, asking them for you know, post, because Nike is like first of all, it's not related, but then apart from that, it's just a really big website that has no business like doing collaboration with us, right? So we don't contact those websites either, the really big websites, the really famous brands, and we don't contact news style websites like this that are either not related to us at all, or they have just too many different categories and stuff, and it's just a very general website. We don't contact them. So yeah, other websites we don't contact are foreign websites that are written in other languages like Chinese or Arabic and stuff. Um, and we don't contact other websites that aren't related to us at all. For example, this website here, thrifty.com.au. It mentions spa, and it has the images of it just has some images here, to be honest. But it's actually a car and truck rental website. Thrifty car and truck rental, thrifty news stories, and it has no blog or anything, book a vehicle. So we don't contact websites that aren't related at all. We also don't contact websites that are just made for a service. So for example, a doctor's website that just displays his services. So I'll show you an example. for this. Okay, so Brisbane and Spine. So this website, it doesn't have a blog or anything. It's just a website for uh, this guy's patients, so they can see services, patient information, library, refers, blah blah blah. Right? So we can't contact them about salt lamps because it's just a service website. So other service websites include stuff like plumbers, any local businesses that are just, have a small website just for their services. We can't contact them. Um, so there's more international websites. So this is a basically a file of all the things we can't show you what you can and can't do. So these are the ones we can't do. International websites, news websites, websites with a very broad topic, can't contact because they're usually not related to the same topic. Websites that are not related at all, for example, alcohol enthusiasts, best whiskey, so we can't contact them about salt lamp. But for example, if it was a food website, we could still contact them because we can mention Himalayan salt as a better than table salt. So there's a lot of websites that we can contact that can be related. Uh, Spa, yoga, you know, some fitness websites. If it's a gym sort of website with, you know, where you can buy weights and stuff, then no, we can't contact them about salt lamps. But if it's fitness, like health and fitness, then we can, you know. So there's a lot of things we can, but there's a lot of stuff that we can. So you have to go through this list and make that difference. Very big brands like CNN, BBC, Kmart, university websites, there's no point contacting them. Book publishers, like there's no point. Financial companies, there's no point contacting them. So a lot of this stuff is pretty obvious. When you understand what we're trying to do is we're trying to find other websites and businesses that are in a similar sort of niche, but that also have the ability to post some of our content. Because if we send it to a university website, it's going to go to admin or receptionist, and they don't know what to do with that. Like we can't contact the head of university about our offer. So, and the same with book publishers. They don't know, they don't care or know about collaboration. So we can't contact these or financial companies. So it's just about common sense. There's a very specific kinds of websites that we're looking for to collaborate with, and this is who we can contact. So these are websites that have some blog content. Oh yeah, and that's the last thing. We can't contact websites that don't have blogs or are just advertising a service like a doctor's website. So if they don't have any content at all, even if it's not a doctor, even if it's a health website, but it doesn't have any active blog posting on it where it posts regularly, then we can't contact it. You know. We also can't contact directory websites like yellowpages.com or uh, other similar websites. We can't contact websites like first. We can't contact ad listing websites like Craigslist, Locanto, or this another one, Ox something. I don't remember. But I'm not sure if you've been to Craigslist or Locanto before, but they just have like random ads on everything related. So we can't do that. Yeah, we can't contact directory websites. So these are all the different kinds of things that we can't do. What we can do, what we need is they have to have blog content. They have to be in the same niche or similar energy to our website. So health, wellness, spas, yoga, anything that can be related to Himalayan salt or Himalayan salt lamps. And they're not too big for us, like RollingStone.com. So when you meet like these three criteria, then that's a yes website. So you just have to go through this page, and I can already tell just sometimes just from looking at the title, this is probably a yes website. Antara Spa blog, yes, it's probably a yes website. Miru.com, see, I don't know what that is. It could be or couldn't be. Just have to check. Miru Island. So it's a website of an island. So maybe do they have a do they have a blog? But it's all about honeymoons. Yeah. So this is no, because this is all about honeymoons and stuff. So there's nothing we can write about salt on this, you know. Oh wait, they have a spa treatments. Let's see if this comes up. But this is just showing the services. So this is not a content about spa. It's not a spa blog. It's just their services in the spa. So so they don't have let's go back to the blog page. They don't have let's just search salt. Salt. Come on. Salt. Search salt. See what comes up with. Nothing found. Yeah, so this is something we wouldn't contact. September beach dining events. So it does have posts, but they're all very specifically related to honeymoons and things. It's a very specifically related, and it's not related to our niche. So this one I would delete, you know. So you just go through there and you find the big ones, and all the ones that you think we can't contact, you remove them, and then so imagine I did that for the whole list. Imagine I, can't contact this, blah blah blah, can't contact this, just choosing randomly, and you just go through all of them and delete the ones that aren't necessary. So imagine you delete all of those. Now what you need to do is you need to add what category that website is from. Now remember when I showed you in Buzzstream, that I can create a I showed you that I can create a list of email sequences, and that I can create a different one for every category. So if it's a yoga website we're contacting, I will create a yoga one for them, a nutrition one, a fitness one. So now we have to fit these websites into one of those categories. So I'll tell you what the categories are when I send you. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I think it's yoga, spa, fitness, health, general, nutrition, which is like recipe websites and everything. Um, there were some other ones, massage, um, cosmetic, so Himalayan salt body scrub, stuff like that. Um, so these are all the different things we could contact. So you're gonna have to, because when we import this into Buzzstream, you're gonna have to tag them all, so you have to know which one it is. So there's a way of doing that. So once you have figured out which ones you can or can't contact, you try to fit them into one of those categories, and I'll give them to you. Fit them into whatever you think is the best. And if it looks like you can't fit them into anything, for example, it might be a general website, but they have a specific post on Himalayan salt, so that they're actually not a spa website, but for example, they had one post on Himalayan salt spa. So that's why you still kept it in this list. You didn't delete it, but you can't put it exactly in a spa website because it's not exactly a spa blog. And if you did do it, then the email would sound wrong because it's targeted only for websites that are exactly spa blogs, but it has only a post on spa blogs. But the whole website is just general. So in that case, you would put it in the general category. So that's one category you can use for websites they don't fit in the other categories, but they're still related. They have a related post or they look related to our energy, the same energy, and you put it in general. And if you find that a lot of the websites are coming from the same category that's not fitting in, that doesn't fit in the existing categories, but it shows up over and over, then just put a new category for it, whatever it is. Let's say, for example, there's a lot of, just for example, let's say if we find a lot of construction websites, or even better, a lot of home design websites that have a similar, that have a good energy, same as our website, similar energy, and that we can talk about Himalayan salt as a decoration. Imagine 5 or 10 of them show up. Then you can put home design as a new category and tell me, and I'll create a new email list for that specific category. And in the future, you can write the email sequences yourself as well for each of the different categories you find. But for now, if you find that there's a lot of ones that are not included in the existing categories, but they still fit into another category, you can just create a new category for them to fit in, and I'll try to make that email list for them, because in the end we want it to be very specific, as we want the emails to sound as personal and nicely tailored as possible. So that's why you know that's why I will let you do that. But most of the times you'll find that most of them fit in the existing categories that we give. So then you would go in and you would write spa, and you would write, yoga, whatever, spa, yoga. Okay, so you would go and then you would write. So you would go, so the two steps is you would delete the ones that we can't contact, and then you would put their right category on the right side. So then it's time to import these into Buzzstream. And the way you do that quickly is you would select the place where you put the category, you would select it, you would go to data in Excel, filter, go down here, and yeah, you would select one at a time. So let's start with spa, unselect all, start with spa, do OK. And now only the spa ones here. So these websites are now websites that we can contact, and they're spa websites. So now it becomes easy to import them into Buzzstream. And the way we do that is, so I've logged in. So the way you do that is you then copy these into a new notepad. Let me just delete all this. Into a new notepad. You save that notepad somewhere as, yeah, and you just need this part here. You don't need all of this, just the websites. Then you go into, where is it? Import project. No. New project. No, no, no. You go to add websites. Add from list of, no, import from existing file. Hold on. Let me just. I have to. Actually forgot exactly how to do this. Add websites. Add from list of URLs. Yeah, add from list of URLs. Okay, so you don't need to put it in the notepad here. You don't. You just copy directly from here. You paste them there. You do add websites, current project, assign to leave that blank. Relationship stage not started, because that's what will show in the beginning. Like here it says attempting here because we've sent the email, but before that it says not started. So it starts at not started. And then this part is the important part here. Then you tag it with spa. Tag it with spa, and then you click add websites. So once again, put the website here, current project, leave this one blank, relationship stage not started. Then you add the tag that you filtered for here, and then you click add websites. And then when you do, say if there are 20 websites here, all 20 of them, when they come in here, in the tags here, they will already have spa here in the tags so that when I'm sending the email, I can use a filter to get them all selected quickly. So that's basically preparing the list for importing into Buzzstream. And then once you get in here, you do the same thing you did before, which is you go out and fill in all their important details and information, um, like the name and email and stuff. But there's one more step, and that is adding whether or not it is a blog only or a blog post website. So let me just remove the filter here. So this filter is gone. So the way you would do this is, there's a fast way to do this. Okay, so the way you find out if a certain website, for example, this one has anything about, is like I told you, you go to site, you site colon, two dots, backspace that, space, Himalayan salt. And you can see that they do have a website. So for here, you would put yes, as in, so this one can be called category, and this one can be called blog post or not. So this one says, so this one is yes, it's a blog post. Okay, so if you found a website, for example, to find one that wouldn't have it, let me see, this one, thrifty.com, the car rental website, definitely doesn't have anything on Himalayan salt. Just to show you, when it doesn't have one, as you can see, it comes up with nothing. So this would be a no over here. It would be a no. So that's one way of doing it, but it's a bit slow. So I found a faster way. So for this method, what you need to do is you need to install um, this extension called Open Multiple URLs. Just go to Google and do Open Multiple URLs, Chrome extension, and this one, and you get it for Chrome, install it. And what it does is you can copy all of these, and you can, I'll open it in a new tab just so it's not confused. You can put it in here, and instead of going one by one, adding it in, uh, it'll open all of them. Now it's important for you to wait for this all to load, because if you click on it before it loads and you do that too many times, then Google will think you're a bot, or you're a spam, a fake person, because you're opening so fast so many. It's gonna block you, so you don't want that. So you wait for these to load, and only click on the ones that are fully loaded. So don't click on the ones that aren't loaded. And yeah, so basically this is useful because when you're going to the site, and even when you're looking for which category it is, you can open them all at once, and then you can just press um, you can just press you can just, if you hold the control button and you press tab, you can change the tabs. So it's very easy to do it this way, because you can have all of them open. So you can go here and you can say spa, yoga, whatever, general. Just press control tab, and click here, then click here, control tab, whatever it is, enter there, tab, and then you just, you can do it faster this way when you open them all at once. So that's one way of doing it. If you do get blocked there, from opening too many windows at once, like 100. There's another way to do it. It's a it's a website on Google called Open All URLs, I think. And yeah, you can post 250 at a time. And this one, what you do is it's a similar thing. You just post them here, submit now, just close these. So so that it all comes up, and then you can just hold control and click each one. And that's also quicker. And that's going to basically allow you to load all of them pretty fast. And you won't get blocked from this method. It's a little bit slower, but not really. I mean, I'm using a mouse pad, which makes it harder, but if you had a mouse, you just hold control and you just click all of them one at a time, and they'll all open in a new tab. And basically, yeah, so this is important. So use these techniques for opening them all at once, so you can make this a bit faster here. But now back to this, tagging them with blog post yes or no. So instead of typing in for every website, site, site dot dot blah blah space Himalayan salt lamp, you know, there's a faster way to do that. Because the truth is, when you do site example.com example, when you search this, um, this bit here in Google, the URL, it has a very specific thing. So if we wanted to change this to example 2, right? You can just add it in here in the top as well. So that's useful for us because it means instead of doing it in Google, if we know how to create this and just paste it in Google, we can bring up the search automatically for whatever we want to search. So I have created a little formula in Excel, which I'll give you and you can use, and I'll show you what to do. It's pretty simple. Okay, so um, I have created a formula that basically does a lot of the work for us. And the way it works is, so you have the website here, right? First, there's this formula here that you put in here in Excel. And come on. What the fuck? Hold on. Yeah. Uh, so, so by the way, all of this uh, will already be done for you. You're just gonna have to, yeah, this field here is automatic. These fields here automatically gonna fill out. All you have to do is three things. First, figure out which ones we can and can't contact. Delete the ones we can't. Figure out their category and figure out if they have a blog post or not. And this last step I'm doing is showing you how to do that faster. So to do it faster, use those things that I told you. Open all URLs in the multiple URL opener. You use either one, the website or the extension, and you can do it side by side and you can just quickly go through them. Put the ones that don't fit anywhere in general. If you find there's a lot of them in one category that doesn't already exist, tell me and I'll make a new email list for that, and you can add that category in those ones. Um, and when it comes to finding the blog post or not, we don't want to be manually clicking, putting each one there and then typing site and then blah 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 because that'll take too long. So I created this formula which basically it creates a Google string URL, which automatically does fills in all that information for us using that website and the word Himalayan salt. So the only difference is I would put this in here. So if you can see this now, it says HTTPS. I'll just zoom in a little bit. This was created using a formula, using two formulas, this one and this one combined, but it creates this and it says HTTPS google.com search question mark query equals salt and site search equals blog.mr and Mrs. Smith. So now when we copy this and paste it directly into just on the top here, not in Google, it automatically has the right things in them: site, blog, and salt. And before I told you that it has to be at the end here, but it's also okay if you put a space before and put it there. That's also okay. So as you can see, all from the same website, looking for salt. Um, I might change this to Himalayan salt just because that's more related. But yeah, so basically the point is it automatically does this for us. So now if you just stretch this one here and this one here, you can see that it's created lots of ones onto our spa, thrifty, and we don't have to type this. So then you can just copy these and use the same thing as before, URL opener or the website or the other open all URLs website I showed you. Use the same thing, and now just like we did with the categories before, you can quickly browse through, see if it has. So Himalayan salt, sea salt, sea salt. So I really should have put Himalayan here because generally just normal salt is not related because that could be anything. But you get rid of that. Okay, so I'm actually going to do that. I'm actually going to put, uh, I'm actually going to change this formula now. See if I can, if it works correctly. So Himalayan and salt. No, Himalayan salt. Let's see if that works. Post it there. Himalayan dash salt. No, we don't want that. Let's try underscore. That doesn't work either. Let's try and Himalayan site. Oh, that doesn't work either. Okay, so I found it. So it's Himalayan plus salt. So let's see if that works. So we copy this. No, what's going on? Himalayan plus salt. Enter. Boom. Control C. Control V. Himalayan salt. Okay. So now it comes up with Himalayan salt. So this one, you would do yes, right? and then once again you open it all of them, you copy them, you open all of them in your in the open all of them in the new URL tabs. Just press for each one Control Tab, go to the next one. I have to do this manually because I didn't. Well, I'll just show you an example of these five here. Just do this. So go to the tab, open, bam, bam, open URLs, close this, and insult. So peppers.com, no, it has nothing. So you put no there. Scandinave.com, you'll insult, nothing here. So I'll put no. Cutterday.com, Himalayan rock salt lamps. So yes, it does. Thrifty.com, nope, doesn't. Karmagroup.com, yeah, it mentions it. So yes, it does. And that's all. So yes, yes, no, yes, yes, or whatever, right? So that's the last thing you have to do in here. So you just one additional thing then is you highlight both of these when once you're done that. And by the way, this part here, I will already have it filled out for you. You just have to delete the ones here that aren't there. And when you delete them, they should give you an error message like this, which is fine. It means it's working. But then, yeah, then you do this, and then you do this. And when you're importing it now, you select both of them, filter, and they should both have the filter on. Then you select one at a time, spa, and then from here, you select it's going to be yes or no, and then you just pick the right one, which would be, for example, yes, right? So this is spa blog post. So now when you go to Buzzstream, you basically go to the same place, you log in, add websites, add from list of URLs, and you select however many there are. But now in the and you do the same thing before, by the way, that I showed you. Current project, leave it blank, not started, relationship stage, and then except now you can also tag it as a blog post and as spa. And if you can't find that tag here, then you just write it yourself manually and you'll fill it up. But yeah, so now when you import and then once you're done that, website type, so blah, blah, blah. And then when you click add websites, now when it comes into Buzzstream, it's going to add them in here. It's going to have both of the tags, both the blog only or whatever it is, as well as the category. And then you filter this for no, which is no. So those are the ones that didn't have a blog post. And you would import them, but instead of blog post, you would put blog only spa. And then once you've done all of the spa ones, you would change this to, first you have to remove this, select all. Oh, sorry. Yeah, first you have to remove this. Then you go again here. Then you would change to yoga, fitness, whatever. Then again, you would do all the yeses, the nos, and you would import all of them into Buzzstream like that. So that's basically the first part of it. And yeah, just watch this video. Let me know what you think. If it's a bit too complicated, we won't start this now. But you can only do parts of it. If you want, you can only do little parts of it. If you want, you can do the whole thing as well. But yeah, let me know what you think.